Hello, everybody. Good evening. Hope you guys all had a wonderful Monday. Um, Looks like the sound is on, so if somebody can give me a message to whether or not you can hear me, because I know last night we were on a Zoom call and there were some audio problems that I had with this microphone. But let's see who's here. Vicky Lemire is here. Hey, Vicky. Sandra K. Hey. Slowing Down Joe. Good evening, Slowing Down Joe. Jeannie Wallen is here. Dora Dale. Barb McKinley. Hey, Barb. Sandra K said hello again. And Shirley. That's Miss Around to It. She's here. Luta is here. And Kim Burris. Hey, Kim. Glad to see that you're up again. Hope you're feeling better than yesterday or the day before that. Teresa Louise. Hey, Teresa. How are you? You're up late tonight. Oh, well, it's only 8:30, actually. What am I saying? Okay. Let's see who else popped in. Carol Gurges. Hello, Carol. Carol from Missouri. Oh, okay. Got the chatbot talking. Hello, chatbot. Okay, Miss Tiffany. Hey, Tiff. Okay, so a lot of you guys were already waiting before I even signed on. Hey, Mary Jane. I see you, girl. Everything is peachy. Okay, thank you, Melissa, and good evening to you too, Melissa. Thanks for joining. Hey, Jim Bennett, Jimmy Tony, another person from Missouri. Okay. Kathleen Champ. Hey, Kathleen. Today has been good. Thumbs up. A friend came and helped me with laundry. Then we went shopping. We had a lot of fun and laughed till we cried a couple of times. Okay, Kim. Well, glad to hear that you're doing okay. All right. So what are we going to make tonight? Well, last night, I was actually in the process of wrapping some gifts. And I kind of figured, you know what? I need a project for tonight. So let's do some gift wrapping tonight. So here, inside of here, there's actually one of these ornaments. Well, not this exact ornament, but something similar to it, in which you saw me on a previous live. You saw me do one of these ornaments, and I decided to actually give some of them away as gifts to coworkers and friends. I'm editing and been at it all day. So it's nice to watch you while I wring my own neck for deciding to edit my own videos. Tiffany, I know your pain, girl. I know your pain. Well, your mental pain, not the physical side of it. Okay, anyway, so I figure I would go through, or maybe just kind of do some gift wrapping tonight. And I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about gift wrapping because there is an art form to it. Okay, so I do have, well, actually, I got a bunch of boxes to wrap tonight, but I'm just going to do this one just so that you guys can get some ideas as to how maybe you want to decorate your gift boxes. Okay, so in this box, there is another ornament that's like this. I don't want to open it because it's kind of secured down. But we're going to do something similar to this. Well, let me show you some of the examples that I was doing last night. There's that one. Then there's this one in which I did put this ornament of look at that. That's a high heel. Don't ask me where I found it, but I kind of liked it. And the person that I'm giving this to is kind of a fashionista. So I figure, yeah, okay, we'll put that on there. Okay. Let's see. I don't know. Does anybody else go all out when they start wrapping presents, or do most of you just kind of wrap the paper and then stick a bow on it? There's nothing wrong with that. Trust me. There is nothing wrong with that, because I understand wrapping gifts is very time consuming. My mother and aunt could wrap gifts so beautifully they look like professionals had done it. I'm not quite that good. Well, Kim, hopefully this will help you. Okay, so again, in here, there's one of these ornaments that we made in a previous live. And I'm going to actually use, where is that? Now, I thought about using this gift, or I had this gift wrapping paper in which I need to kind of use it up, but I wanted to do something a little bit more interesting with this particular ornament, because the person that I'm actually going to give this one to, they're one of those people who, how do I say this? You know, they're all about caring for the environment. They're all about sustainability. They're all about reusing stuff. And so I figure if I'm going to give them this ornament, then I want to actually use some sustainable wrapping paper. So I thought about newspaper, but then I remembered, you know what? I got this. This was a paper bag from a grocery store that I recently went to. And I just kind of opened it up and tore it apart a little bit and just kind of unwrapped it. So this is actually one half of the paper. This box was actually wrapped with the other half of it. So I figure, you know what? Let's try this, or let's do it again. Maybe that'll get some creative juices flowing. Okay. Jeannie Wallen, I love wrapping presents. Way to go, girl. Used to when kids were young. Oh, okay, Jim. I'm a gift bag person. Don't do wrapping paper anymore. Okay. No one to give to, so I don't do this stuff. Ah, Luta, you can give it to me. I wrap in no bow or anything, just cover it in newspaper and call it a gift. Newspaper, okay. Used to go all out, but not for a regular family thing. Bored and hidden message on the package from mom. Nana of its special things all out. Okay. Friend of mine and I traded back and forth weirdest Christmas bear gift bag until the bag was about to fall apart. Okay, hey Pat Strawhouse, good to see you here tonight. You're a man of many talents. I'm impressed at your creativity. Well, thank you, Shirley. Okay, so one thing, one thing I learned about gift wrapping, or just gift giving in general, is that I think here in the US, especially these days, a lot of people like to, instead of taking the time to wrap the gift, they will, they'll put it in a gift bag, or they'll put it in like a box, and then that's pretty much it. And trust me, there's totally nothing wrong with that, especially in American culture. But in other cultures, specifically in Asian culture, how you wrap a gift and how you present a gift is actually very indicative to how or what you think of the person. So say, for example, if this person were like your boyfriend or your girlfriend or your significant other, and you just give them like, here's your ornament, here, Merry Christmas. In Asian culture, that actually is a very telling sign in that you don't care for the person. Okay. Now, in American culture, that's very, very different. But in Asian society, how you present the gift, how well it's wrapped, Did you just put it in a gift bag? Did you just buy it off the shelf and say, here you go, put it in a plastic bag? Again, in American culture, that's okay. But in Asian cultures, that's actually looked down upon because, again, how you present the gift is very indicative as to what you think of the person. So that's my own personal choice to actually spend the time to wrap these gifts and make it a little bit more special, because the people that I'm giving these to are, they are important to me. I have to, like, for coworkers, for example, I have to deal with them every single day I go to work. So I don't necessarily want to, or for me personally, I wouldn't feel comfortable just putting something in a gift bag and just saying, here, Merry Christmas. I do want to take the time to actually spend, making it presentable, making it nice for them, because, they put, my coworkers kind of put up a lot with me because I am kind of demanding in certain ways. And so as a way of saying or showing my appreciation to them, I'm going to take the time to actually wrap this gift nicely rather than just kind of put it in a bag and that's the end of it. So, but again, that's just my own personal feeling toward that. And again, a lot of that has to do with just the culture that I grew up in. So, having said that, in Asia or in Japan, they've actually mastered this type of wrapping technique. Now, if you're ever on YouTube, look up the phrase Japanese gift wrapping, because when you see some of how they, like these department stores, how they wrap the gifts, there's a video that I saw where someone actually wrapped an entire gift, put a bow on it with a nice ribbon and such, and he did it in less than 1 minute. It was that fast. And the thing, again, in Japanese society, how you present the gift is very indicative to how you think or what you think of the person. So these department stores in Japan, they don't want their sales representatives to be spending 10, 20 minutes wrapping just one box. So they mastered this technique of gift wrapping where they can do it very, very quickly and efficiently, but yet have it be not full out decorated, but somewhat presentable to someone. So I was just kind of watching on YouTube how they do it. And I'm not going to demonstrate it tonight, but maybe in the future I can, as soon as I can have some practice with it, I can kind of show it to you guys. But enough said with that. Let's get to wrapping. Okay. But for a friend gift or something special, yes. Okay, thank you. Good on you, Kathleen. Okay, so I'm going to use this paper bag. And the first thing I want to do is I just want to measure to see how much of it I'm going to need, or if, in fact, this is even big enough to go to use, in which I think it is. Now, this paper bag, as you can kind of see, as I was kind of deconstructing it, it ripped in certain areas. So I'm not gonna use, or I'm actually gonna cut off these parts of it. But before I do that, I want to measure to see if I can actually, or if it's big enough. So how I measure it is, I'll stand it up, and I plan on using this paper to wrap it in this manner. So let's see, I'll start like this. Now this is the top. I'm just gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Basically, I just rolled the entire box, and if I still got left over here, that means this paper is big enough, and I can kind of lift it, kind of make a crease here, and right at this crease I can cut off all of that excess, in which that's great because it's all torn up right there anyway. Now, in terms of the sides here, when I lift up both of the sides, okay, now if I do, in fact, cut this piece off, if I lift up the sides, if it goes more than halfway of the width of the box, then you know you got enough. In fact, in this case, it covers the entire side. So even if I cut all of this part off, which I'm going to do, I still have enough to actually cover the entire box. So let's do some trimming. Okay, so I got my paper rotary cutter here, and I'm just going to grab my quilting ruler for a second, and I'm just going to slice that off. Whoops, that didn't cut all the way. I have asked my family to wrap all my gifts in fabric. So is the gift the real gift, or is the fabric the real gift, Shirley? Okay, and then I'm going to trim it down here. My father taught me to cut the paper with a carving knife, just creasing the paper and dragging the knife along the inside of the fold. I do that too. I don't actually have a carving knife here, or you could also, I used to do it with the X-Acto knife, where you would crease the paper and then insert the knife and just slice it right down. That sometimes works. What you could also do, and this takes a little bit of guts. If you have your quilting ruler, you hold it down, you can just lift the paper and just, with authority, just pull it and rip it. Okay, I'm not going to do it with this one because, is that going to be big enough? Oh, yeah, maybe I can do it with this one. Okay, now, because I'm using this paper bag, there are some spots where there's like glue here, and if you try and fold it, it's really stiff. So I want to get rid of those type of imperfections, in which even if I rip it here, well, let's see, let's do this. Let's just make a crease. Crease that down. And is that still big enough? Yeah, we should be okay. So I can then do my little trick. Okay. And okay, that edge is a little rough, so I'm gonna just kind of shave it off a little bit just to make it a little cleaner. Not too much. There you go. Okay. So which side is prettier? Okay, so this is the ugly side because I got some spots right there. So I'm going to use that as my wrong side. This will be my right side. Okay. So put the box face down. Fold it over. Now fold this side over. I will rub my fingers on it to crease it really well. Grab some of my tape. One tape there. Hey Remo, glad you made it tonight. Okay, so now, bottom, top. So then on the sides, I will usually push the sides down first. Fold it up, push that side down, fold it. Whoops, sorry, I went out of camera. Push the top down. Then push this side down. Okay, then I can feel the box sliding, so, which is why I'm going on the other end. Then again, just creasing the paper. I don't think this is anything different than what others have done, but if you, in case you don't, or if never wrap the GIF. Okay. Tape there. Okay. Now I can stand it up, down. Folding my edges up and creasing this side, fold it up, whoop, fold that up, fold that down, creasing the edges. Tape. Okay. There we have it. We have a nice box that's kind of wrapped up. Corners, nothing's falling out. Okay. Now, I don't think that's any different than what normal, or if you've ever done gift wrapping on a box before, I don't think that's any different. Now, okay. Now the technique that I saw when I looked up Japanese gift wrapping, the technique that I saw was actually diagonally wrapped, in which they do it like this. Well, obviously this tissue is not going to be big enough, but they do it in a more unique way in which when you practice it, you know, you can basically get it all wrapped up in less than 5 seconds. And that is not an exaggeration, because again, if you go on YouTube and look up Japanese gift wrapping, you'll see that there's these department store workers that are wrapping these boxes in less than 5 seconds. Okay. Right, so again, maybe one of these, on a future live, I will demonstrate that technique to you and then give you multiple camera angles so that you can give it a try if you want, if you're interested in it. Okay. So let's put the box aside for a second. Okay, let's have a look at our goodie box here. So every you know, in the days after Christmas every year, what I do is I'll make some of these things. I call them gift toppers, actually. I don't know if, well, I don't know if anybody else does this, but basically the idea is this. I will pre-make these things, and when the time comes, when I'm ready to wrap the gift, and instead of just putting a ribbon or a bow on it, I will actually glue one of these things onto the box to just make it a little bit more decorative. And so every year, the day after Christmas, I will head to all the craft stores and buy all the sales on things like these ornaments, even flowers. Sometimes they have them on sale. Whatever leftover stuff they're trying to get rid of, I'll just buy a bunch of them and I'll start crafting. Okay, so for this, I'll use whatever ornaments that they have. I'll use whatever florals that they got left over. And I just start decorating these on just plain, or just start decorating pieces of cardboard. So the idea, again, behind this is I can take something like this. Okay, and then just stick it on the box. And there, you're done. When I worked in Ben Franklin in Macon, Missouri, we had a lady who wrapped in that Japanese fashion. During Christmas, she did all our gift wrapping. And I bet she did it really quickly, Kim. I worked in a jewelry store when I was in high school, wrapped hundreds of tiny jewelry boxes. Fingers were sore at the end of my shift. I dreaded Saturdays because that was my long day. Okay. Hey, Nancy. Okay. So let's see. Do I want to put this one? Maybe that one? No. Let's see what others want. What others will fit. Oh, no, this is a little big, but I could do that. Here's a small one. Here's a simpler one. And here is one where I actually repurposed a holiday card. Oh, this one's cute. Nah, too plain. Okay, there's that one. And I'll throw that in the mix. Okay. Let's see. Which one should I do, or which one should I choose? Oh, that got torn. Okay. Knowing this person, again, they are all about reusing stuff, so this might be a possibility. Here's another one that might be a possibility because this was all recycled stuff. So is this one. And the rest of these are all ornaments in which I don't think they would appreciate. So, but I like that. So, no, not that one. And I don't think any of these would work. So, let's see. Let's do one of these. This is a little big, but it might work. Okay, this actually fits. It's a little too plain for me, but let's see. We can work with it. And then same with this, although I do like the hope sign. I think I'm going to go with this one. Or, no, maybe this one. But I know definitely this one's out. What do you guys think? A or B? The Merry Christmas or the Hope? So, she was fast and amazing. She made the fancy bows for big rolls of ribbon, too. Wow. You got that thin ribbon that you wrap on package and use scissors to curl the ends. No, actually, I don't. I do have curling ribbon. No, I don't have any curling ribbon. I do have only this style of ribbon, which is fabric. So this looks amazing. I really like those. That's a great idea. Well, thank you, Pat. Maybe tomorrow night or sometime this week, I'll kind of walk you through the process on how I make some of these things so that you can make them on your own. Okay. A former neighbor used to save her Christmas cards, then make cutout for gifts the following year. Oh, that's an idea. Okay, so I got Kim saying B. Jeannie Wallen says Hope. Vicky Lemire says B. Nancy says A. Sandra says A. Teresa says B. Barbara says B. Pat says B. Jim says, I'm assuming, is A. So it looks like B is going to win. Okay. So let's do B. I think I just need to jazz this up a little bit with something, because it's a bit plain. Well, we'll see. So with B, okay, and then I do have my little makeshift gift tag here. Yep. So I'm just going to hot glue it on. Tie tag on so it can be reused. Actually, this can be reused. It's only hot glue, in which if they were to unwrap this and just rip off the paper in the back, so long as they don't just totally destroy the whole thing, they can reuse it. There's actually foam board. This part is actually wrapped in foam board, so which is pretty durable, in which I have had others. When I gave them the gift, they wanted to reuse this part, so they just kind of carefully took this part off and then just reused it and give it to somebody else. So I have had people do that. Where is my ribbon? Let me see if I can find my ribbon. There. Where did I put my ribbon? Not in there either. No, it wouldn't be in there. There it is. Okay, found the ribbon. Oh, my little experiment didn't quite, well, this one didn't quite come out that good, but Did I put it in here? No, I want the red. Red ribbon, where could you be? There you are. Throw that back in there. Okay, red ribbon, here we go. So I'm gonna let's see if this will work. Hopefully it does. And then I can slide the tag right onto there. Red ribbon is here with me. You stole my red ribbon. Okay. When you first opened the bag, the ribbon rolls looked like toilet paper. I thought, wow, Eric is talented. Oh boy. Kim, don't tempt me because I might try and do something with toilet paper now. And when I say try something, that means something other than wiping my butt with it. Actually, now that you mentioned that, there was in a time during grade school where we actually had to make flowers using toilet paper. I mean, our school was so poor, but the teachers were tasked to make a craft for Mother's Day, and my grade school teacher, Mrs. Coelho, she was a crafty person, and she was a make do kind of gal. So she figured out a way of making paper roses out of toilet paper. And so she said that when she taught us the technique, she also said that you can use basically any kind of decorative paper. And so this was made out of crepe paper or party streamers, but the technique that I used to make this rose is actually the same technique that my 5th grade school teacher taught us. So I always remembered that. Don't ask me why. I'll put the rose here. Wait. Taken, available. Ow, just poked myself. I missed my brain cell today. Love those present toppers. That's a great idea. Okay, Jeannie. Well, maybe on a live this week, we can actually go through the process. Again, we'll go through the process of making one. Okay, I already saved the rolls. Okay, so tonight I wanted to kind of keep it short just to give you some brief idea as to what you can do or what um, what other things you can do just to kind of jazz up your gift wrapping if you do gift wrap gifts. Now these toppers, sometimes I'm in such a rush that I don't have time to actually wrap the gift, and so I'm guilty of this, where I do just kind of put the gift in a gift basket, or gift basket in a gift bag, and I do use the topper though to actually just kind of glue it onto the bag, and then I seal the bag shut. That's my gift wrapping. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Or sometimes it looks good, sometimes it doesn't, but I just kind of play it by ear. There's also times where instead of just putting it into a gift bag, I will actually just make a gift basket out of it somehow. So maybe we can do that on a future live too. Well, I'll walk you through the process of how I make gift baskets. In fact, that is something I had planned. What am I talking about? So, okay. Oh, thank you, Vicky. Yeah, my little Christmas tree in the background there. My quilting inspired or sewing inspired Christmas tree that's back there. Okay. Let's see. So that's pretty much all that I had for tonight. Again, I didn't want to spend hours on tonight making something. I just wanted to kind of do something quick and easy. So, but if you want me to actually demonstrate how I go through the process of making these gift toppers, put a comment in the chat. Let me know if that's a good idea or if you want to see how I do it. I'd be interested to know if anybody else does this, because I'm probably not the only one. Okay. Let's see. What else can we talk about? Okay, this flower is poking my head. Let's see. What other things can I... Are you getting lazy, Eric? Yeah, I kind of am. Yeah, actually, we were on Zoom for quite a while last night. If Remo is here, because she was on last night, but we were talking. It was 9 o'clock our time, but considering I was up since 4 a.m., yeah, we had fun last night on the Zoom chat. So, okay, Teresa says yes, she would like to see. Jeannie Wallen says yes, I would love to get some ideas. Okay, so let's do that in a future live. Maybe we'll do it tomorrow night, but again, knock on cutting mat that I will be able to go on live, because again, every time I say I'm going live at a certain time, what happens? Well, work gets in the way, or life just gets in the way. Oh, I could actually do this box, but yeah, we can do it. Get some thin ribbon and curl, you'll have fun with it. I can't remember if I do. I know I have some somewhere. I just got to find it. But I will do that just for you, Vicky. Okay? I'll find it tonight. Okay, plus you work all day. Yeah. Yeah. Work usually gets in the way of my crafting time. So, okay. Well, that's all I have. I have a lot of saved cards. Okay, so that's one of the toppers that we can make then, Teresa. How I actually go and cut up the card and just put it on a topper. Okay. But that's all I got for you guys tonight. Thank you guys for your quick attention, or much quicker. Well, we've been on for almost an hour, so Yeah, if anybody else has any questions, I'll just keep chatting for about another minute or two. But again, yeah. And last night's, yeah. So again, last night we had our monthly Zoom call, and oh boy, what happens on Zoom will stay on Zoom. But we had fun, right, Remo? But yeah, I am thinking of doing another Zoom. Maybe not this weekend, but the following weekend. So stay tuned for that. And again, if you want to join us, join the craziness and the fun, just let us know, or you can pay attention, or the information will be on the Facebook group. Next year projects. Rima, are you trying to ask me about next year projects, or are you? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Okay. Well, next year projects for me, again, we are doing the piecing 52 block second project. Oh, okay. So next year's project is the scrap. I'm calling it scraps and strings and crumbs, which is why you saw me on Zoom sewing all of those crumbs together. So there's that coming up. And there's also something else that I'm trying to develop where I'm going to do kind of more or less share the stories behind some of the quotes that I made. Not sure what exactly the series is going to be called, but these are going to be more, shall I say, they're going to be more time-consuming videos for me to put together, because the quality that I'm aiming for is much, much more a better quality rather than just a normal tutorial. So, yeah, be on the lookout for that. And if in case you guys do follow the guy who sews, that's Sean, he does have, or he asked me to participate in one of his videos in which I'll be sharing a story behind the first quilt that I made. So be on the lookout for that. Again, that's the guy who sews. I think he said he was going to put the video out on Christmas Eve. So if you follow his channel, be on the lookout for that video. And if you don't follow his channel, check him out. He is on YouTube. Again, his channel is called The Guy Who Sews. He does some interesting videos where he just kind of shares his projects and what he's doing. And so every so often I kind of binge watch his videos for that. Yep, Sean is great. Yes, he is, Barb. Okay, well, that's it for tonight. I'm keeping it short, keeping it sweet. Hope you guys have a wonderful Tuesday and a wonderful rest of the week. As always, love all of you. Mwah. And you know what I'm going to say, so say it with me. Go out and create something. Bye for now.